YouTube, what is up? This is a new kid or Drayden here, and welcome to episode 2 of our NASCAR '07 playthrough. I've decided that I'm gonna try my best to upload daily. I'm gonna upload this for about the next month. I may have some extra videos in between this, but I have about 30 something days until NASCAR Heat Evolution drops. Until that happens, we're gonna be playing NASCAR '07 on the PSP. So let's start it off by playing our next event. We're going to go ahead and race. We're not going to simulate the event. That wouldn't be great for the video. But we're going to go ahead and race at California Speedway, which is now Auto Club Speedway, in Fontana, California. I don't know how close this thing is actually to LA. I think it's like east of LA. It's like southeast, somewhere around there. But we're going to go ahead, go straight to the race. We don't mess around with any practice. We don't need practice or qualifying, dude. We'll start at the back and work our way all the way up to the front. I think we actually are at the back. Yeah, we're 43 out of 43. Each week I'll try my best to win the races, even though I'm playing on the lowest difficulty because I am terrible at playing games on the PSP itself. So, you know what? We're going to intimidate all the drivers who aren't... Okay, that's what I get from looking onto the camera screen now. The problem is that I have to keep looking at the camera to make sure it's focused, but I have to also look at my PSP because my camera has a delay. Now that's what caused me to almost crash there. So we're gonna... Who's this? Okay. I swear I don't suck at this game. I swear I'm better at this. I have a new rival even though I rewind. That's one thing that sucks about this game, is that even if you blah blah blah, okay, my tongue just twisted there, even if you rewind it after you hit somebody, they'll still become a rival because the game isn't that smart to know any better. Who's this guy? Who's this guy inside the 45 car who I'm somehow allies with? Oh, Kyle Petty. I think all of this must have happened at Daytona. I don't know when all of this happened. It's either that or it happened during a non-recorded playthrough, probably on free play, a quick race. And somehow I do not like Robbie Gordon, he could get out of my way as soon as possible. Yeah, okay, new rival right there. I'm not centering this thing on the screen properly. I just realized that. And Jeremy Mayfield, he's actually okay. We just hit Jeremy Mayfield. I just wanted to talk about how good he actually is at racing. But then he got kicked out of NASCAR for substance abuse, and we're going to be hitting everybody this playthrough. We're going to be hitting everybody's quarter panel. I don't even want to get close to Dale Earnhardt Jr. I don't want to make him mad. I wanted to keep him on my good side in case we go back to a restricted play track or any track. In fact, I don't want to get the junior fans mad. I'm hitting everybody. It's just so difficult to stay on the low side. This track, unlike Daytona, you don't need to actually stay on the actual racing surface. You could go below the line. You're obviously not going to go on the grass because then that would make absolutely no sense. I actually don't remember Fontana having this extra groove right here, this extra lane. I've never seen that before. I guess they added it into the game for some stability or something. Okay, I'm tapping the screen to make sure we're adjusted. And already, guys are all over the place, dude. This looks like an actual Fontana race, dude. Fontana creates some of the best racing inside the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Okay. New rival. All we've been doing this race is creating rivals. We haven't created a single ally. I think we actually lost some of our allies this race. You know, we're going to try and make... Is Greg Biffle a rival? Yeah, Greg Biffle is a rival. I don't know how this actually happens. We're gonna make Greg Biffle our friend again. Okay, forget that voice crack that just happened there. But who's this? Kevin Harvick. How do I not know who Kevin Harvick is, dude? For some reason I just saw Goodyear and confused it with Dale Earnhardt Sr. In this game you can buy the Dale Earnhardt Sr. paint scheme, but I do not want to buy it. And by buy it I mean buy it with game points, not actual microtransaction with actual money. It's like this game has some weird point system where you could gain points from races, and you could buy pole positions, you could buy fantasy tracks, and you could also buy paint schemes with the in-game currency. But I don't want to buy any pole positions because I want the race to be a challenge for me. I like to pass everybody, so I normally like, in most racing games, even in Forza, I like to start at the back and work my way up through the cars. Now in real life, I wouldn't want that. I just want to start at the front, lead every lap, of course. Okay, let's get back in focus mode. In real life, I just want to just lead every single lap of the race. I don't want to have that much competition, and we're almost into the wall. You're going to see new rival pop up there soon. We're running out of replay. Guys all over my butt. So far, I've just realized that we've just been making allies with all of our current teammates at Hendrick Motorsports. Because Casey Kane is at Hendrick Motorsports now in the number 5. Dale Jr. is at Hendrick Motorsports in the 88 now. And we're both allies. We're also allied with a couple other guys. I don't know why, but we're not. Okay, caution's out. That's interesting. The first caution of the series is out. This may or may not be the first caution. I don't know. Okay. Guy just spun out. I mean, random driver spun out. Number 147. That is not a real driver. See, okay, you just lost the car. I don't understand the logic for that because all of these are bots. They're all AI players. All Sentium. Not Sentium. They're all AI driven players. So I don't understand how they could have just lost it like that. That's one problem that I normally have with NASCAR games, is that the only reason cautions would actually happen is if you caused it yourself, which is good, but also bad because it's not that realistic. But to be fair, I'm racing like 20 lap races the most. I don't actually go ahead in NASCAR games and race really long races. I just go and race 20 laps. I think inside this newer game, because I've had so much experience playing Forza and playing like races for 30 minutes at a time, because I put them on like 17 laps and it takes like a minute and a half to finish a lap at certain tracks. But I think inside NASCAR Heat Evolution, I'll actually set the race length to a little bit longer and set the difficulty a little bit higher, because on Forza Motorsport 6, other racing game than this, I play on the hardest difficulty. Sometimes I play on the second to the hardest. Sometimes I play the third to the hardest. For some reason in the game, in Forza 6, the difficulty goes up to 50, not to 100. So 50 is the hardest. Sometimes I play 45. Sometimes I play 40, depending on which car I'm driving and which racetrack I am. I actually think I have the camera a little too close. Like, I'm trying to crop the screen perfectly, but because this is a handheld game, and it's in my hand instead of like on a screen or with a capture device, I'm going to be moving my hands around a bit. I'm trying to keep my hands as still as possible just by planting them on the table and keeping them away from any movement whatsoever as somebody tries and passes us. Somebody tries to pass us as a lap car. We're coming up to a lap car. Who's that? But anyway, thank you for this series. This series is just gonna be too easy. I think next race, where are we going next race? I think next race we're going to either Phoenix or Atlanta. I don't know because the schedule is a little different. But next race, I definitely will try to at least up the difficulty to give ourselves a harder challenge, so that we can actually lose races instead of just win every single race of the season and give ourselves a better challenge. So thank you for watching this series. My mouth has been extremely dry throughout this entire video, even though I have water right here. But as always, thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button and that like button, and I'll see you tomorrow.